Hello guys, welcome to today's section of Tech Pro with Sabi. I'm going to be talking about an important topic today. I'll be talking about web design. So I've gotten a number of persons that wants to move into tech. So most of them are telling me to give a video on web design. So on web design is actually one of the crucial parts of technology. At least most informations are on the web. So currently, to move into web design, there are some basic elements that you needed to know. First and foremost, some of the components that are required are the front end, then the back end. Then you may either choose to move forward to a DevOps, but basically it's not required for a web design. So a web designer is just someone that designs the framework or how a website or a web page looks like. So to move into the front end technologies, we have technologies like HTML, CSS. These are front end technologies. We also have JavaScript to give it the functionalities. And for instance, what I mean by functionalities, whenever you click a button, then it does a particular thing. So that's just for the JavaScript. So we also have the back end technology. So for the back end technology, that's the server itself running on its own independently on its own. So it processes, it does all the logic, all the business logic and every other thing. So you might either choose to move to a front-end technology or a back-end technology. You can equally choose to be a full stack. That is, you work on both front-end and back-end technology. So these are things that are very, very simple. So to move into web design, so what you just needed to do is just first and foremost, if you are very, very creative at designing elements or components, so you can move. I would suggest you moving to the front end technology where you can use HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So you can also choose to be a back end guy. So you want to move to back end, you can choose from varieties of languages like Python. You can also move to JavaScript. You can talk about different elements, and most importantly, so some persons may want to move into the front end and also the back end and also do some extra work, right? So when launching a web app or a website or whatever it may be that has to do with the web, so there are some basic things that you need to know. So some people say DevOps, that's the work of DevOps. DevOps are those people that develop and also operate the server. DevOps jobs are very, very simple. So what they do is that they ensure that the components that you've done locally is also working online. So same way your program runs offline is also same way it runs online. Just that there may be some different variables that controls the one, maybe based on the platform. When I mean the platform, I mean the operating system. So based on those platforms, so there may be some extra configurations and some testing that they may need, and some required settings and some necessary programs that is needed to launch this product online. So I'm going to be talking about to launch it online. So some of these servers, like to launch a product online, so you needed to know things like Apache, or you can also know things about Nginx. So these are servers that are very good that I've used on my own. So they are very, very good. They do a lot of work. Some people want to move to Docker because of its security and because of how it tries to give the app separate and distinct container where it runs Docker. And some people will also move extra mile by adding different security layers and different protocols to ensure that this app is very, very perfectly well. So to move towards it, you can either choose VPS, a virtual private server, that's depending on your budget. You can also choose to use a shared hosting. So some persons, a reasonable number of persons, use shared hosting for it. So the share hosting is very, very good, and the VPS is very good. And so share hosting is averagely more affordable than a VPS. So why a VPS gives you this platform for you to be able to give your configurations and do everything you want to do dynamically. So if you launch a different number of websites on a VPS, right, you can also do that on a share hosting. But a VPS gives you this more independent way to manage your platform and ensure that everything is working. So you are the one doing everything. A VPS is just like an empty computer. So when you get it, you try to install some of the things, some of the tools that you need and some of the ones that you don't need. So but why a shared hosting, everything has just been made that way, and you can act working towards it. So that's all about this web design. So my next course, I'll be moving deeply into DevOps. Or if there's still any other topic that you want me to lay emphasis on, just comment on this particular video, then I'll be there to get in touch with you. Meanwhile, thank you for watching this.